I'm gonna teach you how to build the most aesthetic physique step by step today. The jacked model physique. What is the jacked model physique? It is the physique that's not too big to where you look like Ronnie Coleman or C-Bum. Because bro, let's be honest. We don't want to look like Ronnie Coleman or C-Bum anymore. And we want to actually be natural and healthy. Because 99% of us aren't going to be IFBB pros. And you know damn well there's going to be that weird motherfucker. Well, I want to look like Ronnie Coleman. I mean, I would too if you didn't have to take fucking trend to look like that. But what most of us actually want to look like is this David Lade, Brad Pitt in Fight Club, American Psycho, fitness model type physique. Now, I'll pull up two examples of people who have more followers than most professional bodybuilders. The two guys I'm showing you right now are people I've stumbled across on Reels. These guys are not too big, but yet their physique is viral. Why this is because they have enough muscle to where if they took their shirt off, you would say, oh, that guy's shredded, instead of saying that guy's skinny. Big difference. The jacked model physique looks to get respect from men, attention from women, and respect from yourself because you like the way you look. It's enough muscle to where someone could see a bicep vein coming out of a shirt and be like, okay, that guy lifts. But it's not too much muscle to where you sacrifice the aesthetics of your face, your health, and when you take your shirt off, you actually look good. But it's a physique that's not absolutely popping out the shirt, but you can tell they lift. But when you take your shirt off, you look absolutely insane. This physique, in my opinion, is by far in the highest demand, and it is the most aesthetic physique. Just to go over it again, the jacked model physique's goal is to be attractive to women, respectable to men, and also very, very functional for day-to-day life. So now comes the part, well, yeah, I know about these physiques, bro, but I can never get that physique. I'm gonna need to be eating chicken and rice 5 workouts a day. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it's so funny that a lot of these actors in these videos say, chicken and rice 5 times a day, I do this diet, this diet. You don't need to do any of that bullshit to get this physique. I'm gonna break down how you get the aesthetic, jacked model physique without having to do the absolute most. So first, I'm gonna break down the diet. Second, I'm gonna break down the training. So as for the diet, for the jacked model physique, you're gonna wanna go on a cut. Every aesthetic physique you see is in the 8 to 12% body fat range, or possibly lower. Because when you're that lean, it gives you the illusion of being way bigger because you could see all your muscles. And at the end of the day, who cares if you're actually bigger if you don't look bigger? Right now, I'm actually like at probably 15% body fat, but whenever I'm actually at like 10%, I look 20 pounds bigger because when you're leaner, you always look bigger. A very common misconception is, oh, if I cut, I'm gonna lose all my size. I'm not big enough to cut yet. You actually will look bigger on the cut. So don't fall into that scheme of, I need to be bigger, I need to be bigger, I don't have enough size to get the model physique yet. You have the size, you just need to start the cut. How long are you gonna cut for? I suggest 8 to 12 weeks. Of course, if you're a lot more blown out, 20% body fat or higher, I suggest 16 to 20 weeks. Now, what to eat and what deficit you should run? You should aim to lose 1 pound per week on the deficit, but do cardio so you lose a little bit more than that. So for the cardio, do cardio 5 times a week, 30 minutes with these settings on incline walking. I found this to be the best for my clients, and the food is gonna directly depend on you. You don't have to eat chicken and rice all day to get this model physique. It's all gonna depend on a few factors. 1, food that's gonna keep you in your deficit and fit into your macros and calories. So obviously it's likely gonna be cleaner whole foods that you enjoy. It doesn't always have to be chicken and rice. Let's just say you're a ground beef person. Do ground beef for your preferred protein source. When I get all my clients on the call, I ask them, what's your preferred protein source, carb source, fat source? So I actually make sure that it's something they can stick to. Because this whole process is a waste of time if you do something that you can't stick to. The whole point of me trying to get you this physique is to get you something that you could stick to. So find things that you eat that you can stick to every day and hit your macro goal, well, at least your protein goal. When I say macro goal, I mean just hit your protein and body weight or higher, at least. You can organize your carbs and fats and you'll have a lot better energy throughout the day and it'll greatly, greatly benefit you. But even just hitting your protein goal and having the calorie deficit will be enough for you to lose fat. Now, the second part of the jacked model physique is training. You're gonna lift heavy. You might be shocked because these are leaner physiques. Why would you lift heavy, right? Because why would your muscle ever stay there if it doesn't have a reason to stay? When you stay lifting heavy weights with at least one compound for legs and upper body, I would say legs ideally being back squat, upper body being bench. You could deadlift or do something like a weighted pull-up. That would be amazing. But if you could keep your rep range, at least doing this once a week, going heavy between 3 to 5 reps, you're gonna keep your strength. You only lose strength when you do this bullshit of high rep, low weight, because you're giving your muscle no reason to stay, because it's thinking to itself, oh, why would I need to stay here? I'm not pushing this weight anymore. Let me take all the muscle down. When you're actually trying to keep muscle, you're gonna want at least one compound. And with the compound lift, you're gonna want accessories as well. So let's say you bench twice a week on a push-pull leg split. I bet I just guessed your split. It's probably push-pull legs or Arnold split. But if you bench on either of these splits, that means you're benching twice a week. If you bench and squat twice a week, I'm gonna give you rep ranges for the cut. Do 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps on Monday, and then Thursday, do 3 sets of 6 to 10 for your volume. And do that same rep range for the back squat as well. So when you pair that compound, that heavy lift, with your accessories, and accessories you could do anywhere from, in my opinion, 6 to 12 reps, even 12 to 15 sometimes, depending on what it is. And you do a total number of sets per workout of 6 to 8 sets, including your compound sets per muscle group. That is pretty much it for training. If you're training at least close to failure every time or failure, you could possibly even gain muscle while on the cut. And I already know someone's like, bro, what's your split? What's the split of the model physique? Bro, your split does not matter. It's whatever you enjoy lifting with. Your split is not gonna make the be all end all difference. It's literally whatever you enjoy and whatever you stick to. Push pull legs, Arnold split, upper lower, full body, they all work great. Literally any split that at least hits a muscle group twice a week, besides Sulik split, right? Because that's, you're lifting every day. That is phenomenal. Once you get this jacked model physique, your life will completely change. People will literally send the photos of you that you post, because you're gonna want to post photos. When you're shredded like this, you can't stop posting photos. You can't stop sharing your progress, not even for other people, because you feel so confident in yourself from getting this transformation. And people will literally look at you and go, holy shit, how did he get a glow up out of nowhere? He completely like locked in, when they don't even know you didn't have to eat any of the chicken and rice they thought you did. You have to put in work, yeah, but it's a lot easier than you think. But yeah, guys, channel's almost on 1,000 subs. Let's fucking keep working. And remember, always, no matter what it is, no matter how easy I'm gonna tell you it is to get this physique, no matter what, you're always gonna have to do this. Sacrifice today's comfort for tomorrow's growth. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.